Hello, race fans. And last Friday night at Lakeside Speedway, one of the biggest races of the year for the factory stocks, $500 to win. It was the Tasty Queen 20, and what a great race we saw. Right now, we are joined by the feature winner from that race, Mike Busby. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
Good. How about you?
Oh, getting there. Hopefully we get things right this time. Oh, heck. Mike, talk to us a little bit about that race because, as being a bonus race, $500 to win, extra competition showing up, and what a great race that you guys put on.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Really got to thank the Christies on that one for putting that race on. And, that race was a lot of fun. That was probably the biggest win it definitely is the biggest win of my career that I've had so far. And, it was a lot of fun out there. A lot of competition. I mean, a lot of people showed up, and glad everybody showed up. I'm glad I came home the winner.
That's always important when you come home the winner. Looking at the race, though, from where you started, I didn't know, and I didn't think that maybe you were going to get up to that point. I might have, if I honestly had to answer, I thought maybe there might have been a couple guys I might have favored before I said Mike Busby. But it seems like that you clicked everybody off, lap after lap. But the last about 5 to 3 laps, it got real hairy. Talk to us about that time frame.
Yeah, it was. I was running. Well, I started in 11th. I finished second the week we raced before, and when we were racing, it was everybody just seemed to run the high side, and I was running on the low side, and everyone stayed up high. It was kind of slick up top, and I always set my car up for racing on the bottom. I like the bottom. My car seemed to handle better back down there, and it just seemed that the longer that I ran, the faster the car got and the better it handled, and that's what helped us out that night.
Well, you're sticking to the bottom when everybody else is racing the high line. You got to have some intestinal fortitude. I mean, you got to have a lot of a special effort there because you don't know if you're going to go to the front or if you are going to go backwards. Where in the line do you say, okay, well, I've got to move up or I've got to stay exactly where I'm at because I know I'm going to get there?
It was, there was a lot of moisture Friday night down low, and I was really surprised that more people weren't running the bottom. I know Phil Snodgrass there was running it for a while, and I was coming up, and I was getting close behind him, and I knew I was going to have to try to figure a way to get around him, and then he just went to the top side, and that just opened it up for me. There was, nobody else running up high. I'm sorry, there was no one else running down low. Everyone was running up high, and I knew that if I could just stay to the bottom and the more people were running on the top side were drying it out and was getting, track was getting slicker and slicker up there. I tried going up there once or twice. Just there wasn't anything there. So I stuck to what my car likes, went to the bottom, went to the front.
Now, the last couple of laps, it really got dicey because Justin Seifert, you, and J.R. Billings were all up there at the front. Talk to us about that last couple of laps because, as a matter of fact, I think you didn't lead until the final lap. Was that right?
Yeah, it was actually, I'd say probably going into about turn 3 where I took the lead. And, I've got to give it for Justin because he wanted that win so hard, so bad. He was working so hard for it, and they've worked hard all year for a win. And so I wasn't gonna push him up the track. I knew I was running good on the bottom. I knew if I just stayed there that I figured that I could get it, or who better to lose it to than one of your buddies,
Yeah, it's always good, but then again, it's always good to be standing in victory lane there on top
That's right.
of the car as well.
That's right.
That's also your third win of the season in the factory stock division. What has it meant for you in your first year racing factory stocks here at Lakeside Speedway to come away with 3 wins and be sitting second in points right now, coming with 2 more races to go?
It means a lot. We've worked awful hard. We worked late at night to make it happen. I got to thank Jim Connolly for that. He's been helping me just a ton. I never would have imagined that we would be, sitting in place to be able to actually win the points champion out there. And now I'm stressed and can't sleep at night because I'm trying to, think of ways to, make the car go faster, but it is what it is, and whatever happens, happens.
Well, definitely it will. And one of the big things that I wanted to ask, and from hearing that statement, that you're up all night thinking about what to do. What would it mean for you if you won the championship here in the factory stocks in 2010?
Oh, that would be huge. I've never won a points championship. It always seems like something always happens right there at the end. If I got close, motor problems, or we had a bad wreck one year that took us out. It's just it would be huge at Lakeside Speedway, the premier dirt track in Kansas City, to get a points championship out there.
Now, Mike, one of the things that I've noticed, too, is you've run in the Grand National class and you've run now in the factory stock division out there, and you seem to like Lakeside Speedway. What's the big thing that's, that if you had to point to one thing and say this is the reason why I like running at Lakeside Speedway, what would it be?
I would say the people. The people out there are fantastic. The guys, people in the stands are just so friendly, and the officials are, every one of the officials are good people. And then the racers, it seems like that Lakeside brings the best people to the track. And, the competition out there is just the best, in my opinion. And the pay's good, it pays well and close to home, and we just really enjoy running out there.
2 races to go. Can you do it again?
I hope I do it 2 more times in a row. But, it's now I'm starting to be a little more conservative because we are going for the points championship. But then again, I think at it as, it's not just going to come to us. We got to work for it. So we're going to lay it all out there and race as hard as we did last Friday night. And hopefully we can get us another win for the end of the year and hopefully get the championship.
I think you hit the nail on the head. With the competition you've got out there, you've always got to be on your A game in that factory stock division. Before we get you out of here, again, I want to congratulate you on the win from last week, but who are some of the sponsors that help you out and get you to where you're at?
My brother-in-law, Ken's Quality Painting. He helps us out a lot. Also, Yancey's up in Smithville. Gives us great motors to be able to get 3 wins a year and be in, the contingency to win the points championship.
But by the way, Ken's Quality Painting, are they the ones that came up with the idea to paint your car like it is this year?
No, that was Don Chaffin. That was his idea to do that. And I tell you what, a lot of people talked about that. A lot of people like that paint scheme. I think we'll go with it next year.
Well, as an announcer, you know how confusing that is, damn it? I look at one.
That's why we did it.
I see one car on one side, and I think, why the hell is there another car on the other side that's the same number?
That's the exact reason we did it.
Oh, man, it just makes it that much more exciting. Well, again, congratulations on the big win last Friday night.
Thank you.
Hopefully, the rest of the season goes well for you, and we'll see you at that banquet at the end of the year. I can guarantee you that.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. And there he goes, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Busby, your feature winner from the Tasty Queen 20 last Friday night at Lakeside Speedway. All right, boss, hopefully that one works. I appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. Call me back if it doesn't.
All right, man. We'll see you, bud.
All right, bye.
Bye.